And the new, congratulations.
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh man, that was unreal. It was a hard fight. Credit to Crocker, man. He come to fight. He was a true champion, and but I said I'll do that again. I would do it 1,000 times over, man. I made history. You can love me or hate me. You can't take that from me. So, yeah. Well.
Talking a little bit about the fight. Obviously, you just come forward, didn't go back all night, and you had to be off that back foot and grab the belt.
Yeah, we didn't know which way he was going to fight. You know, we've seen him with the two Donovan fights, in the front foot and the back foot, but we're ready for whatever. You know, and I did have to dig deep. He was there the whole time, and it's a true champion. That's as big as it gets in boxing, world championship fight. So, yeah, we just boxed and had to dig deep, and I said that, you know, anytime I have to dig deep, my back's against the wall, I'll come out fighting, and that's what I did.
You started strong, potentially the first 4 rounds in your favour, and then obviously the rest of the fight. But yeah, run us through the adversity you faced and anything that you might have seen.
Yeah, look, we're boxing well, you know, and that was it. I think we followed the game plan pretty well, considering, you know, it's easy to say you're going to follow things, but until you get punched in the face, headbutts and cut, you know, it's sometimes just goes out the window. You just got to bite down and fight. So he was a hell of a competitor. Respect to Crocker. He's a good dude. It was a pleasure to share the ring with him. But yeah, now that's just it. I made history. I can sit back, kick the feet up, and be happy.
How confident were you waiting for the decision, waiting for the scores?
I was very confident. I knew we won that fight comfortably. I really did. You know, obviously the tail end, the 10, 11, 12, once the cut happened, I think it happened the 10th or 11th, and then, yeah, it was a little bit biting down and fighting, you know what I mean? But I was comfortable that I won the early rounds. Right up to the 9th round, I was comfy that I won those. Pretty comfortable, yeah.
Were you surprised then a little bit when it was 113, 115?
A little bit. I thought I was more in control every round. I know every round was competitive, but I thought I edged them out. But yeah, look, it is what it is. You know, we still got the victory. We move on, we go to the gym. We just keep getting better.
When did you sort of do the damage, not the cut, but the right side there, and did it trouble you through the fight?
Nah, this side's fine. You know, it's what I say. We're not playing marbles, man. We're in there fighting, and it's just little love taps. It's good. Mrs. loves it, so.
That last round just looked like there's so much blood.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind with? I assume it was a head clash.
Yeah, it was a head clash and in the heat of battle. That's it. We're fighting, you know. I didn't know the state of it, but when I seen the claret spraying around everywhere, I was like, yeah, it must be half decent. Yeah, the doc stitched it up now, and that's it. It's just battle scars. Chicks dig scars, and Tyler loves it wherever she is.
Did you mind go back to your last title fight like 2 years ago? You know, when the going got tough again tonight. About that sort of stuff. Or?
Yeah, kinda. You know, I think he did press. I'll give it to Croc. He come in and he was there the whole time. He was in the fight. But at the end of the round, I felt the urgency from him. You know what I mean? I think he knew he was behind. And yeah, we just had to weather the storm. That's just all part of it. You know, it's another chapter in the book.
What did you make around? I think it was round 11 where he came out swinging like a crazy man and just running at you. What were you?
Look, it was just my eye was blurry a little bit. You know, there was blood in it, and it was just I don't know. You don't really think too much. It was I to get my way out of here. Otherwise, I'm going to be on the canvas. You know, it's just the heat of battle. You know, try to fight back, try to crack him back too, and that was it. Really, it was just I don't know, not much going through his brain. Just fight.
Did you say anything to the doctor, like when you had that moment where you had a quick look at it? Did you say anything to him there, or were you?
No, to be honest, because I didn't know how it was. You know, it was yeah, that was it. Just trying to suck in some gas, and knew I had to get back out there and fight.
Yeah. He was smiling at you a few times, and it looked like he was having a few words. Was that a bit of sort of byplay out there as well?
What during the fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think it's just a dead giveaway when you land a clean punch when the guy smiles, you know. Obviously, he was trying to say it didn't hurt him, but I think that's just a dead giveaway that I did catch him. He was good, and yeah, it just is what it is. It's just, the heat of the battle, you know what I mean? We've got respect after. I think he's a good dude. All in the build-up, he was respectful. It was a pleasure to share the ring with him.
Alfie, just your view of the fight?
Look, I think we started very well, and I think I felt we won 6 to 7 of the first 8 rounds. To be honest, I thought he controlled the fight pretty well. Crocker fought in pockets at times, but I think Liam controlled the pace of the fight. Obviously, the back end of the fight, Crocker, the way he approached so fast and closing the gap really quickly was evidence that he felt that he was behind as well. And I think he knew he had to chase him down and hurt him or knock him down or something along those lines. But look, to be honest, I felt 115, 130 was a tad close. I thought it was a little bit wider than that, but at the end of the day, there were hustle and tussle rounds, and credit to Crocker. He really showed how much that belt to him in those last couple of rounds, and Liam had to really dig deep, and he did do that, as he's proven many times in his career that he's willing to go all the way for a win.
Who you want for George, but of those names at welterweight, who would you want to try and bring down here for a defence or a unification or something like that?
Look, I'd bring absolutely any one of them down. I think the two best divisions in boxing are the super welterweight division and the welterweight division, and the champions that exist there, Devin Haney, Rolly Romero, Ryan Garcia. I would love to have any one of them down here any day of the week, and even they've tossed up like the likes of Manny Pacquiao, who is still floating around in the welterweight division wanting to fight. That'd be great to bring that down here as well. I think off the back of that performance tonight, I'd feel confident with any one of those names that we mentioned. I think tonight was one of the bravest performances that we've seen from an Australian fighter. Liam Paro showed that he truly is an elite level. He showed absolutely everything. He showed his boxing skill set early to dominate that fight. He showed his toughness at the back end. I think he showed that true Aussie spirit, that Aussie underdog grit that we see so often in sport, because Australians are so often underdogs when we're taking on the rest of the world. And he showed that tonight, that grit that our great Australian athletes have. And I couldn't be more proud of him. Tonight was a history-making performance for Liam Paro. Also want to acknowledge Alfie DiCarlo, two-time two-division world championship coach as well. So a massive achievement, not only for our Australian boxer, but an Australian coach to be able to do that and achieve that as well. So really proud of everyone involved.
Were you as confident as they were going into the 12th round?
Absolutely. I'm biased as fuck, I'll be honest. I was sitting there counting rounds. And I was like, the first 7, there was nothing that I even gave away in the first 7. And then anytime, there was rounds there where Crocker, I think he touched him twice in a round, and I thought that might have been closer, but he'd only landed 2 nice shots, I still thought Liam really dominated it, but then, you see his eye get hit. It's starting to close up a bit, and I know that, he said that he could still see fine, but you can see how puffed up that eye was, and he still kept moving. He still kept looking slick. Another thing that I'll credit this guy with is his composure that he shows. He had blood pouring out of one eye. The other eye looked like it was starting to close up, and he still boxed beautifully. He kept his composure. He didn't panic when Crocker's coming at him throwing his biggest shots that he could possibly throw at him from every angle. He kept his composure and still, outboxed him through to the end. And again, that's a class of a truly elite athlete. And Liam Paro is not only one of the greatest Australian boxers of all time, but one of the great Australian sportsmen. That achievement is something that not many people will ever do, what he's achieved tonight.
Can I just ask quickly too, obviously you paid over $1 million to bring that fight here. Can I just ask your thoughts on, putting that money out there, putting that faith in Liam Paro and what's happened tonight? Yeah,
look, I've mentioned publicly before, we're not rich people. We came from nothing, and we started off in this game as we started from nothing, and we've built to where we are. We're up against billionaire promoters from all across the world, but we believe in our fighters. We believe in this guy, and we'll happily put everything on the line for this man and for our fighters, because I know he's a world champion. When we signed, we talked about him becoming a world champion again. We talked about him fighting for a world title in his home country. We promised that we'd do it, and we got the chance to deliver on it tonight. So regardless of what it cost or what it took to get to this point, it was all worth it tonight to be there and share that moment. And I mentioned on the broadcast it was a special moment because we had the the Paro family, the DiCarlo family and the Rose family, all in the ring, everybody, you know, everybody in tears and all emotional because this is an emotional journey for everybody involved in it. And, you know, we all believe in each other. We all do what we do to the best of our ability, and that's how it culminates with this moment tonight, crowning the world champion, Liam Paro.
While we're talking about the purse bid, I just, you know, Liam and I have spoken about it in the lead up to this event, and I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to George, Maddie, Trent from No Limit. I can't explain to you how much it meant. You know, winning the purse bid, you know, we were talking at 4 a.m, Maddie and to George, and when we won, and we were just, you know, so ecstatic. But just to have a promoter who, you know, reflecting back at the time, he probably didn't notice it, but, you know, we were probably sent in as matchroom fighters as the B team a lot. And Liam was just a thorn in the side all the time. They just kept winning. But no, when we signed with No Limit, everything they've promised, they've delivered on. But more important to that, they've been the just absolute gentlemen that I can't, you know, they've proven that they are one of the best, well, top 3 promoters in the world, of the world. And, you know, I can't thank them enough for everything they've done. You know, Liam and I, they've spoken about how much it means to us. And, you know, it's hard to put into words every time how much it actually means, but, you know, we get emotional talking about it because he never got that opportunity to defend his belt, to fight, have a world title fight in front of his people, and the only person who promised that and delivered upon that was No Limit. So
Yeah, thank you
you
very
boys
much.
are like family. You mean the world to us, and I cannot thank you enough. We're forever in your debt.
George, just quickly before we wrap up, the belt he holds names his face. Is Liam Paro the pound for pound #1 fighter in Australia?
You look at the people that he's faced, and this is, like I said, one of the hottest and one of the hardest divisions in boxing. You become a world champion in this division, you're the pound for pound champ in Australia. With hands down, he's the best. He's the best that we've got. The quality of opposition he's beat, and what he's just done tonight, he's the best.
Thank you,